All right, folks, buckle up. We're about to go deep on something seriously cool.
Oh, this should be good. What have you got for us this time?
Well, let's just say, if you're into tactical gear, this one's a doozy. We're talking about the DevTac Ronin Kevlar Level 3A Tactical Ballistic Helmet.
Whoa, okay. Full head protection.
Yeah, full head, bullet resistant, and it looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Color me intrigued. Where are we getting our intel on this bad boy?
Our main source is a video demo by the man himself, Wesley Shibata, the creator of DevTac.
All right, I'm familiar with their work, always pushing the boundaries. So, what makes this Ronin helmet so special?
Well, for starters, this isn't DevTac's first rodeo with this design. This is actually version 2, which tells me they've been refining and improving based on feedback.
That's a good sign right off the bat. They're not just resting on their laurels.
Exactly. And one of the big changes they made is beefing up the plates.
Oh, really? How so?
They've gone from 5 millimeters thick in the previous version to a full 7 millimeter in this one.
That's a significant jump. What's
Yeah.
the impact of that, protection-wise?
It bumps the protection level from 2A to 3A, which means this helmet can handle a whole new category of threats.
Wow, that's impressive. We're not just talking about bumps and scrapes here. This is serious business.
Yeah, this thing is designed for high-stakes situations where your life could depend on your gear. But you know what else caught my eye?
I can only imagine. Lay it on me.
They've integrated microjet fans right into the lens frame.
Jet fans, okay, I did not see that coming. But wait, that's actually brilliant.
Right. I mean, we've all been there, right? You're in a critical moment and your vision gets all fogged up. Not ideal.
Understatement of the year, especially in a tactical situation. Clear vision can be the difference between mission success and, well, not success.
Exactly. And these fans basically eliminate fogging before it even starts. Shibata calls it the Quand effect.
So it's like a constant, gentle flow of air across the lens.
Yep, basically a tiny wind tunnel for your eyeballs.
That's a pretty cool solution. Low tech, but effective.
And get this, you can even adjust the fan speed. Shibata shows it off in the video.
Really? So you can crank it up if you're really working up a sweat.
Exactly. Though he does mention that at the highest setting, you get a little bit of a whistling noise.
Ah, I was wondering about that. Silent operation would be pretty crucial in certain scenarios.
Yeah, you don't want to give away your position because your helmet's sounding like a tea kettle.
Stealth is key. But he said you can adjust the speed, right?
Yep. At the lowest setting, the fans are practically silent.
Okay, that makes sense. Tailor the noise level to the situation. So we've got enhanced protection and fog-free vision. What else have they packed into this thing?
Well, let's talk about the lenses themselves for a second.
Okay, what about them? They look pretty substantial from the video.
They are,
Yeah.
but they're also super easy to replace. Pop them out, swap them, you're good to go.
Hold on, really? You can change out the lenses?
Yep. So if you need different lenses for different environments or lighting conditions, no problem. Just swap them out.
Whoa, that's a pretty unusual feature for a tactical helmet. Most of them, you're stuck with whatever lens it comes with. That's a huge advantage.
Adaptability is key. And considering all the protection this helmet offers, it's surprisingly light.
Oh, how light are we talking?
The helmet itself weighs about 2.2 kilos, and the mask comes in at 1.7 kilos.
That's not bad at all. I was expecting it to be a lot heavier, honestly.
Right. It's like carrying a couple of bags of sugar. Not feather light, but definitely manageable.
Yeah, especially when you consider the level of protection you're getting.
Now, Shibata does say that this isn't something you'd want to wear for a casual stroll in the desert.
Right, it's not exactly everyday wear.
It's designed for intense, short-duration scenarios, like room clearing.
Makes sense. You need maximum protection without being weighed down, so it's a tactical tool, not a fashion statement.
Exactly. But here's where things get really wild. Are you ready for this?
Hit me with it. I'm on the edge of my seat.
The mask attaches to the helmet with magnets.
Wait, what? Magnets?
That's
Seriously?
dead serious. And not just any magnets. These are some serious heavy-duty magnets.
Okay, I'm officially intrigued. That sounds crazy, but also kind of genius.
Right. I mean, it sounds gimmicky at first, but there's actually a real tactical advantage there. You can detach the mask quickly if you need to.
Oh, I see. Like if you need to get a better cheek weld on your rifle or use iron sights.
Exactly. Talk about versatility.
And I bet it makes it easier to put on and take off, too.
For sure. And you can actually see the Kevlar lining inside the mask. It's right there in the video.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Peace of mind right there. So that Kevlar is what's giving you the ballistic protection.
Yep. And Shibata mentions they offer different types of backplates, too.
Interesting. I wonder what the differences are between those backplates. Maybe different levels of protection or weight distribution.
Yeah, I'd be Great to get more info on that.
Yeah.
And here's another cool detail. The fan system runs on simple AAA batteries.
No bulky power packs or anything?
Nope, just good old AAA batteries.
Smart. Keep it simple, keep it light.
And you know what else is smart? The whole helmet is designed based on a human head model.
Really? So it's ergonomically designed for comfort.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they even made sure the batteries don't dig into your head, which is a nice touch.
Attention to detail. I like it.
And then they throw in this thing they call the tactical mohawk.
The tactical mohawk.
Yeah, Shibata's words, not mine. It's basically an optional accessory rail, along with NVG plates for night vision.
Whoa, hold on. So you can mount night vision goggles on this thing.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
And the rail opens up a whole world of customization. Lights, cameras, whatever you need.
It's like a tactical Swiss Army knife. You can configure it for any situation.
Exactly. And to make sure it fits everyone just right, they've got an extender system with little bolts to adjust the fit for different head sizes.
Smart. One size rarely fits all, especially when it comes to something as important as a helmet.
Right. And if your head's on the smaller side, they've included spacers to get rid of any wiggle room.
Because a loose helmet is a useless helmet. Safety first.
Now, let's talk about those magnets holding the mask on again. These aren't your average refrigerator magnets. We're talking N50 neodymium magnets.
An N50 neodymium. Okay, you're going to have to break that down for me.
Well, basically, they're some of the strongest magnets out there. Each one can hold over a kilo.
A kilo? That's like a whole pineapple hanging from a single magnet.
Exactly. So you can be sure that mask is staying put no matter what kind of crazy moves you're pulling.
No mid-mission wardrobe malfunctions with this helmet. I'm impressed. They really thought of everything.
And just to add the cherry on top, they've even included a little chin cup.
A chin cup. Now that's attention to detail.
Right. But it's not just about comfort, although that's important too. Shibata says the chin cup helps absorb impact and reduce fatigue.
Ah, I see. So it's actually functional too.
Yep, so there you have it. The DevTac Ronin, a helmet that's got it all, top-notch protection, crazy cool features, and comfort to boot.
It's like they took everything you could possibly want in a tactical helmet and crammed it into one package. I'm blown away.
Me too. But before we move on, let's unpack some of the things we kind of glossed over. Those back plates, for example. What do you think they could be made of?
Good question. Shibata didn't go into too much detail in the video. We're going to have to speculate a little.
Speculation time it is. What are your thoughts?
Well, he did say they offer different types. So maybe they've got different materials to choose from, like maybe a lighter weight polymer for situations where mobility is key.
That's possible. Or maybe a heavier ceramic plate for maximum protection.
Yeah, could be. Or maybe they're even experimenting with some kind of composite material that combines the best of both worlds.
Ooh, a hybrid material. Now that would be interesting. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what DevTac reveals.
Patience, my friend. But one thing's for sure. The choice of backplate could really affect the overall performance of the helmet.
Yeah, that's a good point. A lighter plate might be more comfortable to wear for longer periods, but a heavier one might offer better protection. It's all about trade-offs.
Exactly. It's like they're creating a modular system almost, where you can tailor the helmet to your specific needs.
That's a really cool concept, kind of like building your own custom helmet.
And it speaks to a larger trend we're seeing in tactical gear, I think.
Hmm.
It's not just about one-size-fits-all solutions anymore. It's about giving users more options and letting them customize their gear to fit their specific missions.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, everyone's got different needs and preferences. Why shouldn't your helmet reflect that?
Exactly. And those replaceable lenses are another example of that. You mentioned earlier how unusual that is for tactical helmets.
Yeah, most helmets have fixed lenses. You're stuck with what you get.
Right. But with the Ronin, you can swap out lenses depending on the environment or the mission. Think about it. Imagine you're operating in a bright desert environment. You'd probably want a tinted lens to reduce glare and protect your eyes.
Yeah, that makes sense, like sunglasses for your helmet.
Exactly. But then let's say you have to move into a dimly lit building to clear some rooms. Being able to quickly swap out that tinted lens for a clear one could be a real game changer.
Oh, yeah. That could be the difference between seeing your target and being completely blind.
Precisely. And in a tactical situation, every second counts. Those replaceable lenses give you that flexibility to adapt to changing conditions and maintain optimal situational awareness.
It's all about having the right tool for the job. And with the Ronin, it seems like you've got a whole toolbox built right in.
That's a great way to put it.
And speaking of tools, let's not forget about those integrated fans. I can't get over how clever that is. Have you ever seen anything like that before in a tactical helmet?
Not in a tactical helmet, no. But it's fairly common in motorcycle helmets.
Yeah,
Ventilation and fog prevention are pretty important when you're riding a motorcycle.
makes sense. But it makes you wonder why this hasn't been done in tactical gear before. I mean, fogged up visors can be a real problem in high-stakes situations.
Absolutely. It's a problem that's been plaguing soldiers and law enforcement officers for years.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos to DevTac for finally coming up with a solution.
And a pretty ingenious one at that. But let's go back to those magnets for a second. You mentioned they're N50 neodymium magnets, which sounded pretty impressive. But I have to admit, I'm not exactly a magnet expert.
Don't worry, most people aren't. N50 refers to the magnet's grade, which basically tells you how strong it is. And N50 is pretty high up there on the strength scale.
So these are some seriously strong magnets.
Oh yeah, they're tiny but mighty. And that's crucial in this application because you need those magnets to hold the mask securely in place,
Yeah.
even under stress.
Right. The last thing you want is your mask flying off in the middle of a mission.
Exactly. Reliability is paramount.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. We've explored the Ronin's impressive protective capabilities, its innovative features, and all the little details that make it so user-friendly. It's clear that DevTac has put a lot of thought into this helmet. But what's your overall impression? What stands out to you the most?
Honestly, it's the attention to detail and the focus on solving real-world problems. They haven't just thrown a bunch of cool gadgets together and called it a day. They've carefully considered every aspect of the helmet's design, from the fit to the materials to the way the mask attaches. It's like they've thought of everything.
I totally agree. They're not just trying to look cool or have the latest tech. They're creating gear that can actually make a difference in the field.
Exactly. And that's what makes the Ronin so impressive to me. It's a testament to the power of thoughtful design and innovation.
Well said. But before we wrap up this part of our Ronin deep dive, there's one more thing I want to touch on. That tactical mohawk.
Hmm.
What do you make of that?
Ah, yes, the tactical mohawk. I have to admit, the name is a little out there.
Right. But do you think it's just a gimmick, or could it have some practical applications?
You know, I think it has the potential to be more than just a gimmick. Imagine being able to mount a camera or a small flashlight directly to the top of your helmet. That could be incredibly useful in certain situations.
It's like having an extra set of eyes or an extra hand.
Exactly. And if they design the rail system well, it could open up a world of customization options.
It's like turning your helmet into a platform for tactical gear.
That's a great way to put it. And it goes back to that whole idea of adaptability that we've been talking about. The Ronin isn't just a helmet, it's a system.
So it seems like the tactical mohawk, despite its quirky name, could actually be a pretty ingenious feature.
I think so, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how people use it in the field.
Definitely. Well, we'll have to dive deeper into that in part 2 of our Ronin deep dive. But for now.
You know, I think one of the things that really struck me as we were talking about the Ronin is just how much thought they put into the user experience.
Totally. I mean, it's clear they've really gone the extra mile to make this helmet as comfortable and functional as possible.
Yeah, and a perfect example of that is the fit system.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Those adjustable bolts and spacers, they seem like such a small thing, but
But they make a huge difference, right?
huge. A poorly fitting helmet. It's like trying to concentrate when you've got a rock in your shoe.
Yeah. I can only imagine trying to focus on a mission when your helmet's constantly slipping or pinching.
Exactly. It would be so distracting. And in a tactical situation, that could be dangerous.
No doubt about it. And the fact that they've included options for different head sizes, it just shows that they're really thinking about the end user.
For sure. They've got you covered, literally.
Uh,
Okay, but let's talk about something else that blew my mind. Those magnets.
oh, yeah. The magnets. I still can't get over that.
I know, right? I mean, N50 neodymium magnets? Are you kidding me? Those things are strong enough to hold a small car.
It sounds crazy, but it's true. And when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. You need that kind of holding power to make sure that mask stays put no matter what.
No kidding. I mean, imagine being in the middle of a firefight and your mask goes flying off.
Talk about a bad day.
Why?
But beyond just the strength, what other advantages do you see in using magnets for the attachment system?
Well, I think the biggest one is speed. You can detach that mask in a split second if you need to.
Right, like if you need to quickly transition to using iron sights or get a better cheek weld on your rifle.
Exactly. It's all about adaptability. And magnets are just so much faster and easier to use than traditional fasteners like snaps or Velcro.
Plus, they're incredibly durable. They're not going to wear out or break easily.
And they're not affected by things like moisture or extreme temperatures, which is a big deal when you're talking about tactical gear.
Totally. It's like they're the perfect fastener for this kind of application. Okay, but while we're on the subject of tactical advantages, let's talk about those replaceable lenses again.
Oh yeah, the lenses. That's another feature that I think is just genius.
Absolutely. Being able to swap out lenses depending on the environment or the mission is huge.
It's something you see in motorcycle helmets, but it's pretty rare in tactical gear. And it makes so much sense.
Right. I mean, think about it. A soldier or a police officer might encounter all sorts of different lighting conditions in the field.
Yeah. You could go from being out in the bright sunlight to being inside a dark building in a matter of minutes.
Exactly. And being able to quickly adapt to those changing conditions is crucial.
It's like having built-in sunglasses for your helmet.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And it really highlights the tactical advantage that those replaceable lenses provide.
Okay, but let's shift gears for a second and talk about the integrated fans. I mean, I love this feature.
Me too. It's so simple, but so effective.
And it solves a problem that's been plaguing tactical helmets for years. Fogged up visors.
Ugh, yeah. That's the worst. You're in the middle of a critical moment and suddenly you can't see anything.
It's like trying to drive through a dense fog. It's dangerous and disorienting.
Exactly. And these fans just eliminate that problem completely. It's like magic.
Magic indeed. And it just shows how much DevTac is thinking about the user experience. They're not just focused on protection, they're also thinking about things like comfort and situational awareness.
Right. It's all about giving the user every advantage in the field. But let's circle back to that tactical mohawk for a moment.
Oh yeah, the tactical mohawk. What's the verdict? Gimmick or genius?
You know, I think it has the potential to be more than just a gimmick. Imagine being able to mount a camera or a small flashlight directly to the top of your helmet.
Oh wow, yeah. That would be super useful. You could have hands-free illumination, or you could record your missions for training purposes.
Exactly. And if they design the rail system, well, it could open up a world of possibilities for attaching other accessories.
It's like turning your helmet into a platform for tactical gear.
I love that. And it really speaks to the Ronin's overall philosophy of adaptability and versatility.
I totally agree. Okay, but before we get too carried away with all the cool features, let's take a step back for a second and talk about something a little more serious.
Okay. What's that?
The ethical implications of this kind of technology.
Oh, yeah. That's a really important point. While it's exciting to see all these advancements in tactical gear, we also need to consider the potential consequences.
Absolutely. Any technology can be used for good or for evil.
Yeah.
And as this kind of gear becomes more sophisticated and more widely available, we need to be having conversations about responsible use.
For sure. It's like any powerful tool. It can be used to build or to destroy. It all depends on the intentions of the user.
That's a great way to put it. And I think it's important to acknowledge that these aren't just toys. We're talking about equipment that could have a real impact on people's lives.
Absolutely. So as we marvel at the ingenuity of the Ronin, let's also remember the responsibility that comes with wielding such powerful technology.
Well said. Okay, but let's bring it back to the Ronin and its potential impact on the tactical gear landscape. What do you think? Is this helmet a game changer or just a flash in the pan?
That's a tough question to answer. I mean, it's still early days for the Ronin. We'll have to see how it performs in the field and how it's adopted by military and law enforcement agencies.
It's like any new technology. It takes time to see how it will be used and how it will evolve.
But I do think the Ronin has the potential to shake things up. It's pushing the boundaries of what we've come to expect from tactical helmets, and it's setting a new standard for innovation.
It's like they're saying, hey everyone, this is what the future of tactical gear looks like. Catch up.
I love it. And it'll be interesting to see how other manufacturers respond. Will they try to keep up with DevTac's innovations, or will they stick with more traditional designs?
Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. The Ronin has got people talking, and that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
It means that the industry is evolving and that we're constantly pushing the limits of what's possible.
Absolutely. Okay, but before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to circle back to one more feature that we haven't talked about in detail yet.
Oh, what's that?
The chin cup.
The chin cup. Really?
I know it seems like a small detail, but
Yeah.
you mentioned earlier that it can actually play a significant role in terms of comfort and performance.
Yeah, you're right. I did say that.
Yeah.
Why is it so important?
Well, for one thing, it helps to distribute the weight of the helmet more evenly. Instead of all that pressure being on your head, the chin cup helps to transfer some of that weight to your jaw.
It's like having an extra support beam for your helmet.
Exactly. And that can make a big difference in terms of comfort, especially if you're wearing the helmet for extended periods.
It can also help to reduce fatigue, right?
That's right, because your neck muscles aren't working as hard to support the weight of the helmet.
Which means you can stay focused and alert for longer.
Exactly. So, while it might seem like a small detail, the chin cup actually plays a significant role in the overall performance and comfort of the Ronin.
It's another example of DevTac's attention to detail and their commitment to creating a helmet that's truly user-centered.
I couldn't have said it better myself. But before we move on to the final part of our Ronin deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a question. What other innovations do you think we might see in tactical gear in the future?
It's kind of wild how a tiny little chin cup can make such a big difference, right?
I know, right? But that's DevTac for you, always sweating the details.
For sure. Like we were talking about earlier, that chin cup helps distribute the weight better,
Right.
and it can actually reduce fatigue. So you
Yeah,
can stay sharp even when things get intense.
absolutely. Every little bit helps in those situations. And that attention to detail, you see it everywhere in the Ronin's design. Like, remember how we were talking about the head model thing?
Oh yeah, that whole thing about them designing the helmet based on an actual human head. Pretty high tech, huh?
It is. It just shows they're serious about ergonomics and comfort. It's not just about protection. It's got to fit right, too.
I can just imagine them in their lab with all these 3D scanners and stuff, mapping out every curve and contour.
It's pretty wild when you think about it, but it makes sense, right? If the helmet fits well, it's going to be more comfortable and it's going to protect you better, too.
Yeah, no argument there. You don't want any gaps or loose spots if you're taking a hit.
Exactly. So, by using that head model as their starting point, they've created a helmet that's both comfy and effective.
They really have thought of everything, haven't they?
It seems like it. And speaking of thinking of everything, what about those replaceable lenses? It still blows my mind that you can just swap those out on the fly.
Right. I mean, that's something you usually only see in motorcycle helmets. I don't know why more tactical helmets don't have that feature.
I know. It just makes so much sense, especially when you think about all the different environments a soldier or police officer might have to operate in.
Think about it. You go from bright sunlight to a dark building. Bam. You need a different lens.
Totally. And being able to make that switch quickly could be critical.
Yeah, you don't want to be fumbling around with your gear when the situation's heating up.
No kidding. So those replaceable lenses, they're a real game changer in my book. It's all about adaptability.
Adaptability for the win. Now, speaking of cool features, where do you think tactical gear is headed in the future? I mean, after seeing something like the Ronin, it feels like the possibilities are endless.
I know, right? It really makes you wonder what they'll come up with next. I mean, we've already seen so many crazy advancements in recent years.
Yeah. Lighter materials, integrated electronics, the list goes on and on. What's next? Helmets with built-in HUDs, augmented reality overlays.
Maybe. Or how about helmets that can detect threats before you even see them? The mind boggles.
It really does. It feels like we're on the verge of some seriously sci-fi stuff.
It's an exciting time to be following tactical gear, that's for sure.
Absolutely. But for now, let's just appreciate the awesomeness that is the Ronin. It's a pretty incredible piece of engineering.
It really is. It shows you what's possible when you combine cutting-edge technology with human-centered design.
Totally. Well, folks, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the DevTac Ronin Kevlar Level 3A Tactical Ballistic Helmet. We hope you enjoyed the ride.
It's been a blast exploring all the ins and outs of this amazing piece of gear. And who knows, maybe one day we'll be doing a deep dive into a Ronin Mark III.
Fingers crossed. Until then, stay curious, stay safe, and keep your eyes peeled for the latest and greatest in tactical tech. Thanks for listening.